on with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at the... With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
First play and a first pass for Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Panthers much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now Murray throwing on second down. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Murray hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Murray now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. It's a pickup of 6. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal. That's going to go as a loss of 2. It'll be second down.
Short field shrinks even more for the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second down and goal. Murray. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Buying time to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown. Wan'Dale Robinson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
2nd and 9 now. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home from the sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. So his first sack of the game, but CD, not his first of the season. He has shown an ability to get after the quarterback here early in his rookie year.
Yeah, and that just goes along with everything else we already knew about him. We knew his ability to tackle and to make plays behind the line of scrimmage. But any kind of pass rush you get almost seems like a bonus. I think they'll use him that way a lot more moving forward. There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football. But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving the running back a crease to run through. And that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him to first.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just past the 35. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. He'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Smith brings it in, going across the middle. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jahan Dotson from 3 yards out. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to McBride.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Murray goes right back to McBride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there to move the chains. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray. This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Carolina getting set to take the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. From the gun, they'll try to run it to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 34. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. In motion right is the tight end. They'll try to run this one in. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to pull the tree in for a Panther score. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do you do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their...
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Coach. Thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this one complete to Smith. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Jahan Dotson. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Panthers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A couple of 1st downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off the RPO, he completes it. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Cards are right back in this football game. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the turnover, here's Murray. That's complete to McBride. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Murray now to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this is caught, that they say, out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and lead the game out that way.
Now left side before being tackled. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Murray. Gets it to Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. To throw, it's Murray. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there.
Yeah, so many times quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Second down and 4. Throwing now is Murray. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on.
Murray now on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Murray now. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in, frankly. And it'll be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looks like he'll throw here. From the left side, it's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get 1 more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Carolina, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Arizona, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.